This video chart presentation of Northern Gold Mining brought to you by allpennystocks.com. Northern Gold trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker NGM. That's no big secret that mining stocks haven't been getting much love lately. This is one that's actually hanging in there and looks like it's trying to make a bottom play, trying to hold a basic uptrend. Slipped below the 50-day recently, and that's going to be a key thing we're going to look for to see if it's going to put together some movement and climb back over top of that. Overall, still trying to maintain a bullish look. Both long-term moving averages, the 50 and 200 days, still trending uphill. So we're going to take a look at these indicators, see if they give us any hints of a possible reversal. See, there's obviously been a big sell-off going on recently, a drop in share price. MACD histogram just now starting to trend back towards zero, so we'll keep an eye on this to try and flatten itself out and start to make a move and roll back towards the signal line. Very similar look to the PPO. The ADX is getting into a pretty decent reversal position, not extremely high with either one of the DIs, but it's pulling away from its real bearish look, and that can be an early indication of a possible reversal, so we want to keep an eye on that. We'll look for this positive DI to start moving up a little bit more rapidly, this negative DI moving down. Then we'll look for a curl in this ADX to try and add some strength to a direction going back the other way. MFIs, of course, falling pretty quickly with the price per share. See the 7 just now starting to make a turn, though, making a bounce. Heading back up towards the 14 and 21. We'll start to look for some bullish crosses through there and see if it can start to get some pull to go back towards 50. Of course, try and break back through 50 to get bullish. Similar sort of thing is going on when you're starting to look for reversals. You want to see bases be held. You see the accumulation distribution is just giving a slight turn. So what you look for here is just for that to maintain and try and put together some sort of upward movement, not continue lower and make a new lower low. Same thing with the Chaikin money flow. Hold that base, start to try and trend back towards zero. CCI is showing signs of life, moving back towards negative 100. Bottom feeders will use that break of negative 100 as a buy point. If it turns back down, it's a quick sell to exit the play and try and minimize any losses. Full Stow is down in oversold territory, making a turn, giving a little bit of a bullish cross. It's nothing to put too much weight into because it'll trend down here for quite a while if it's going to stay bearish. But you look for that break up through 20 to show some signs of positive momentum coming into the play. Being that the Trix is lagging, we're just not getting anything from it at this point. A little bit longer term perspective. Look forward to just try and hold this level, make a higher low. You don't want to see an extremely long-term bearish look to it. So you look for the elimination of this short-term channel trending down, and then start to take a look at the overall perspective and see if it's going to start to turn back up. RSI is trying to make a move and turn upward. Given hints of flattening, that's because of this black candle from yesterday. If that would have closed up, they'd all three be pointing up, but because it actually closed down lower than it opened, it flattened them out a little bit. So it's something to keep an eye on to see if they're going to turn up a little bit more sharply and push back through 50. It's this sort of thing that I'm really trying to identify with this chart. See how it's actually still trying to make higher lows over the better part of about 6 months. Now it got a little choppy. It couldn't break through it. You can see definitely took on some serious resistance up here around the 64, 63 cent area, even 60 cents. And that'll be a key marker in the future. But ultimately what I'm looking for here to see if these resource stocks are going to try and recover here in the near future and find some positive momentum again. I'm going to pull that off. That's just really to make a point. It's not a definitive trend line. It's just showing that it's continually making higher lows still, even though it's been on a pretty good slide here over the last month. As far as support goes, here in the very near term, I'd want to see it hold this 45.5, 45 cent area just as a short-term support level. The reality of a strong support doesn't come into play until down here around 38 cents. Of course, that's going to pick up some support from the 200-day moving average, and it was also a resistance and support point in the past. So any fall from grace through here, I'd have my eye peeled on as possibly coming to 38. From a resistance standpoint, I think it's important it finally pushes its way through 50, but some static price per share resistance is really going to pick up in conjunction with that 50-day. So I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that's going to be a key point for it. See if it's going to push, break back above that. Of course, stocks are more bullish when they're trading over top of both the 50 and 200-day. And it does have some historic resistance component to it, so look for that area to be relatively tough. From that point, I think you have to go to 60 cents. Of course, that's pretty nice gains from where it is, more than 20% to get there, but it really struggled with it in April to try and hold above it. So if it can actually push through this, get back above the 50-day, put together some sort of uptrend, and make its way through 60, I think it stands a real strong chance of actually taking that top out and trying to make a new higher high. Of course, that'll confirm the overall reversal of this and trying to find this stock to maintain this overall uptrend that it is putting together. So the way I look at this is kind of a victim as to what's really going on with the markets right now, sliding backwards. And you look for this now to try and sustain some strength in this point to show that this play is going to continue an overall uptrend. So those are the things I'll have my eye on with the NGM chart. As always, this video is merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.